Hey, I think this is streaming now. Hold up here while I double check everything, and I just want to see if this is ready, but I'm started. Just already have it set up pretty much. Let's like I 5 in 5 months. Gotta swap to my other channel. Oh, I have another channel. My goodness. I mean, I'm pretty clear that I have this other channel. Actually, my second channel. Other channel, kind of weird. So but I'm just gonna just use that one channel just to see. Five. you know. Anyway, we are going to do a little art thing here, but before we do that, I'm actually going to have something real quick because I will be talking and I get thirsty when I talk. Oh, I forgot to grab my drink. Here we go. I am back. Yeah, that was quick. It was literally the other side of the room. Yeah, today I thought I would showcase my process here, mostly because I got 3 pages to a color here. Usually I have one, but today I have more than one. I have to take a swig here. Maybe one day I'll set up a camera for my main computer, but I have one on my laptop. But I do pretty much everything on here. I use my laptop mostly just for like extra crap, like actually references when I draw stuff like that. So anyway, I've been making books for a while here. Here's a little setup for you guys, and I might as well start. Well, got a lot to do. Anyway, so I draw books basically for a while, and I'm working on one for Christmas, and it's a little kids book, I guess. Some of them aren't really for kids, more like a teen area maybe. One is definitely kids. So show you the process here, and here is the best way to start it. Looks like a piece of hair got stuck in the scanner, which is lovely. Anyway, here is a page that I inked out already. I sketched and inked lines for the most part. You don't have to erase it. For the this next process, it's nice to get rid of some of those pencil lines in the way. Oh my god, this is process. So first of all, since the paper is in scanner, scanned a little extra more than the standard paper. I have to use standard paper size because of the scanning, which is fine. Unless you're using a lot of extravagant colors, stuff like that, just basic sketching and inking, it works fine on standard paper. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna stretch this out. But if I wanted to do more, I usually do that, but if I wanted to be more accurate, I could. Not the shear tool. And of course, I do stuff like this when I know which tool it is. So I use a GIMP in case you're wondering if you couldn't tell. I'm confused. I don't really use this tool as much. I just use that one. Oh, selective tool. There you go. That's the reason I was having a brain fart there. But the selective tool allows you to kind of stretch the image kind of like any way you want, like kind of to change perspective. Like whoa, want it to be like a certain. It works pretty well for something like this. That lovely, very lovely. So you zoom in on here, you can see that the scanner is not the highest quality here, and it picks up little things that you wouldn't really see on the paper anyway. So we need to fix that, obviously. That's one of the main things here. It's actually pretty easy to fix, so I use GIMP right now. I favorite version. I upgrade it, and then the other version comes up, and I actually think I prefer this slightly older version, so I don't know what it tells you. GIMP's free. Basically, it's like Photoshop, but, free. And I've used it since, what, 2011 and 12 maybe? I don't even know. I started using it because I wanted to make Minecraft textures, and I've been using it ever since. Before that, I was using Microsoft Paint. But Paint has some pretty not so bad features on it, especially they updated a little bit. But yeah, this one is a great. I highly recommend GIMP. It's free and pretty reliable. There's a lot of little things that you learn about it every so now and then. So here's a great thing. This is the threshold thing. I'm not really talking about the process layer because it's going to be pretty basic from here on out, but this part's feel like important for anyone who's curious. So look, you can see already that we zoom in here, you can see that already we're like, all that texture's gone. There's still problems. We're going to fix some of these little bumpy lines here with our little technique pretty soon. The threshold basically allows us to get only two colors, being black. Black is black and white is white here. Meaning we get the full sketch line, and then this is why we ink it and stuff like that. This can work with like little pencil lines, stuff like that, but like a nice soft thing makes it pretty clear to the program what is the outline, what's not. Plus, I like the ink look effect for the most part. You can actually adjust this if you want to. What do we want to register? More white, less black. A lot more black. You see, it picks up a lot here, and we're just going completely black. Just blacker than this. I was making a joke with there, but I couldn't figure it out. So we're gonna go right where it seems pretty good. Thicker lines, but there's some things I don't want to show up there, but so right about there. Alright, we'll fix some of the things. Alright, so those are just little jagged line problems, and some of this showed up a little bit there. That's fine. The stuff on the top there, and really my ink and messed up a little bit. You can see there, but there's a pretty easy fix here. So first we're going to go to here, blur tool. There's different little blurs here for different types of things, but all you need is the Gaussian. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Gaussian blur, Gaussian, whatever. I'm not good at communication. And this will actually blur your image, and you can blur it like different ways. So with the little basic sketch, you can do it like really, like it goes really far, but we're not going to do that. For something like this, that's a little bit more detailed. This one's not as detailed as some other sketches for later, because those little smaller lines will go away much. So something like this, I usually go for like a 3 to 5 range here. Base 5. Now you're probably thinking, why the hell did I do that? It's all blurry. Well, if you remember, go back to our color, go back to our threshold. Now you can use this curve thing, but I don't prefer it because that feels more complicated and really gives you. It doesn't work well. I mean, you can use it for like add other colors to it, but I feel like I just never had. They tell you to do it that way, but I feel like threshold is just going back to it. It works way better for me. Just threshold that again. There's some things that are overlapping, but we can easily do that. But the thing about this is that I'm fixing a problem that it took me hours to fix, and sometimes I didn't fix. Some of my other drawings don't have this problem. I used to do like, there's some problems here, but we can fix some of that. But now you can see that a lot of those lines are jagged. In fact, the best one was here. You can see that's fixed for the most part. Now, of course, it's not going to fix everything right away. If you had a more simpler sketch, it'd be easier to even showcase that. But you see some of the lines aren't too great, but that's okay. So what I like to do is I can do more filtering, but sometimes for some things that I want to go back right away, they're fine, is go to those details. Like, for example, this character's eye here. The blur made it go further, so I'm gonna that rounding out some edges, like I said, blur just straighten out stuff, but so it doesn't like get all together. Beforehand, I like to do this. You don't have to do this. You can keep going on if you want. One thing that I actually recommend you doing when you're in GIMP and some other, I'm pretty sure Photoshop has this, whoever you use. Most of them have this thing called smooth stroke. And here's what smooth stroke looks like without it. It kind of free form. With smooth stroke, it kind of goes a little behind. That basically replicates what's, for the most part, what it's like to actually draw in real life, pretty much. So your strokes don't look. See, if you draw a mouse, sometimes it just doesn't look right. Sometimes when you're trying to draw something, it's kind of hard to showcase it here right now because it's kind of hard to showcase. But basically, if you use both programs, if you use art programs before and you've had problems in the lines the way you want, when you can't seem to replicate what you did in real life, then I recommend using smooth stroke. So actually, I'm gonna use this area up here to showcase that. So I'm gonna draw a stick figure here with out smooth stroke. Case it's a stick figure, but you see it's kind of like jagged and stuff like that. You wouldn't get that if you're art, but use smooth stroke here, lower, but as you can see, it's not like you're using a real ink brush. So your smooth stroke and here is not smooth stroke. So you can see why I love this feature, and you can adjust it too based on how you want it. So you can make it go like the weight, make it like really hard. It sounds wrong. The quality just makes it. I have it around here because it's fast, but still. I want it to be super slow because it'll be here forever. Because I read most of the work on paper. So here I'm just gonna fix up little things here. You fix this top here. Sometimes this scans the top page. You don't want that. The process is pretty slow. Usually you'll like watch or listen to something while I'm talking about my process here. Relaxing sometimes, you know. I mean, I know no one's watching this, but I'm having problems with videos. Earlier in the day when my bed's taking a kick is when I do a lot of like chores and crap like that. But that'll be the best time to make videos, but I don't always do that, so yeah. Some of the stuff's not gonna look perfect here, but some are perfect right now. Aren't really in general, because it's kind of hard to make perfect art unless I'm going with photorealism. I'm not a masochist. I'm not gonna do photorealism. I don't prefer that style anyway. I like cartoon style anyway. My thought to it. Probably a weird drawing. Farther blurred, you know. Ooh, man. On the lines that I'm not too happy. Things okay, it bulges up a little bit, but I kind of like it a little bit. The I can start coloring right away, but I want to make sure like hey, you know, if I'm lazy, I can copy and paste. Sometimes I'll do perfectly symmetrical, but unless you copy all the time. But sometimes it's a little necessary based on the actual thing. There's a little redraw because I feel like I want to make sure you want to make sure the okay. I need to redraw that. Sometimes your character's eye needs to look. Yeah, I feel like a character's eye is more eyes. Ugh, I can't even speak. Jeez, eyes are the most important thing about. Brushed eyes. Graphic art design school. I'm not that for college. It was not that great. But one thing I did learn that was the best thing I learned. I'm not see that look at that. See that? I'm just using the colon keys. Right to make it bigger, left to make it smaller. That's the most in the class, and that works for pretty much every program. I gotta love keyboard shortcuts. Uh, Reinforce a character's eyes and faces most because that's the important part about a character is what people have. See that once I'm done this video, I'm actually going to take process in the world, but you know your own right. You're on, but you know, make it work. Happen when you're focusing. No more. I have a actual random wiki. Find more information about my books. Piles Strawberry series. Here's a quick drink break. Strawberry lemonade from Wawa. I was like, oh my god, they went to a Wawa and Smiling Friends. I'm like, that's crazy. One of those things, if you're not from the New Jersey, East, Pennsylvania area, you don't know what the hell Wawa is, but if you live in these areas, everyone knows Wawa and everyone goes to Wawa. Great. Wawa's great. And like 24/7, so there's a bunch of people. It's like our Waffle House, I guess. Not really, but like for like a 24-hour thing. House in New Jersey because we have the biggest diner state in. Out of the state, I go to Waffle House. Drive out just to Delaware just to go to a Waffle House sometimes. Not often, but enough to. Right now, I don't see any major issues in lines. Nothing's gonna be perfect, but my art style's never gonna look perfect in a certain way. So as long as it looks fine that way, we're fine to go. It's good to keep on doing it, but sometimes you want to move on. You feel like you're replaced and move on. I recommend moving on. Spend too much time on your art if you just spend your time on it, especially if you're you don't need to spend, especially if you're just doing something basic. You don't need. Yeah, you want to make sure it looks good. As long as you feel mostly satisfied with something. Yeah, if you don't feel satisfied with something, go back and fix it. Like, me, an example, I'm actually going to do something I said I done, and way to fix that instead of keep redrawing. Eyes are the most important thing. Copy and paste. Select some color. Do Control C, Control V, copy and paste, baby. People looks a little bad, then I can actually believe I have this on a thing. One of these things you can adjust over here, where you can scale it, but it doesn't make it blurry. Flashing other colors. But you don't want that to do it at all. You just want it to be shrink down by the only do that, which I don't recommend all the time. If you're shrinking stuff really small down, but if you're doing something like this just a little bit, it should work. Have that on. So it was. I gotta figure out what that one was. There it is. None, which fine. Exactly what I want. Except that's a little small. You want to shrink it just a little. Good. Perfect. Ooh, I'm just checking my. It's good because I don't need stressors like that anyway. I'm stressed. Now we're going to the fun part, which is I actually have some of these other ones that I already completed. I have to guess what color purple I'm using, which, by the way, this purple, EF is 7DC4 if you want to copy it. Grape character whose name is Grapey. Great name, I know, but not that great of a name. Maybe I'll change it, but they don't have wiki. By me, but this version of the character was. Figure not ball. That was pretty. I mean, it isn't stupid. This process is pretty basic right here. Hi, and hi from, I don't know how to say that username with a bunch of S's and T's and F's. But hello, thank you for watching. We are coloring in from my new book, which is called Strawberry, A Christmas Connection. Count the Amazon one would probably be a little too pricey because Amazon or stuff books apart. It has to be 70 pages, kind of annoying. But maybe in the future I can get something better. Patreon, like digital one, will be pretty cheap. Probably people for all my books. You can find that all them on my. I don't really use Patreon for like have upload schedule, so but Patreon is basically nothing when it really goes on there, but it's pretty much just where I have my digital books, and of course the application glitches sometimes. It does that, you know. My Patreon has all the digital books. You can find that in my channel description. On the Patreon for and go to the shop in the Patreon, and you will find every book they have digital. I need to fix one. First two Katy Strawberry books, as well as the Cow Strawberry Collection, which is the remastered version of the start of it. It's not very good, but they're all like $3 or $5. I forget. Pretty sure it's 3. I wanted 5. I wanted to be cheaper, but the Patreon's unlimited, so some of them like someone decrease in price after a while. Some of them are just not. I will like guys want like $1 or $2 would be fine, but like they're like no, you can't do that. So whatever. Yeah, if you come in and say anything, I'll respond to you. Like the same text me. Really? Okay, that happens sometimes in art. Not in art, just in GIMP, where the scale. I don't know how that happens, but sometimes extend when there's a way to fix it, but it's such an easy thing for me to do. I just kind of like try to extend these lines down here on issue, but bottom and top pages side here it seems like it's overlapping, but I don't know how. I don't really know how that works. If I really care. Oh, crop too. actually a thing. Alright. Vines here, but when obviously coloring stuff, you can notice something like guys, his little string is springy, but we noticed that I didn't really part, which can happen sometimes. Usually I do stuff like that because when I sketch, I sketches could get erased and messed up. I sketch, I do like I draw over things, certain things are in the background. Like I know where this. Actually, we haven't seen that, but when I'm in the actual sketch process, I'll draw this head, but then I'll draw where this spring is going here, so it actually makes logical sense. Light sketches, by the way, it's one of the key things. Problems drawing, which I did too. Ink what you like, lines that you like, basically. Hard. I'm going slower because I'm explaining it and just not just doing it. I could do the mouth interior. Have the same for every character. But red tongue and a maroon mouth. Not too much in detail. Pretty much all my characters have that. How I do it. Okay, here's where that cookie. It is peppermint. Speaking of eating something, the next image I'll be coloring in will probably make me very hungry because it has the character eyes. Each of these characters here, the Grapey's heads, color eyes. Polly, which is drag over another one because other color eye is not there. I have a reference here. I gotta have a references to stuff like here. I keep all my art stuff. So great. You see, this one needs to be updated because you can see I did not. Barry here, he has great. Orange. One sentient being. Picking what fruit to make this an outball character. Big heads, vines, stuff like that. The heads kind of reminded me, they were really a 6-figure heads. Grapes. Grape. Grape does not like grapes. I do. So, colored in. It's fine, though we gotta add more colors. Imagining things for a plan. Idea. Because I'm thinking of stuff, so that's what this is. Is so background are actually Katy, not in the Christmas getup. Imagining her, but not really a outfit, which I do like. I get to that, we'll see a little later. I did realize I forgot to color in. There. Old render is fine, but that old, that's it. I just figured out a good technique, and then some of these renders I literally made like this a couple months ago. You know, now look like look too good close up. Look good from far though. Yeah, we're gonna keep this white background. The rest of the stuff's not. We have this character called Martin, who's a Martin the watermelon in here. That character When you get to the coloring process, like I said, you can find more line things you want to fix. Buttons, stuff like that. I want to make more straight lines. You have to use like a lot of things to make this more straight. I can drawing and then I find with royalty free. I can use. Yeah, might do that, but I might not because I don't know how that's going to overlap with this audio. But probably not. Last thing we got color in for you, background. A reference here. Don't need to. And yeah, that is pretty. Yeah, I would when or I usually would do collect without selects everything else that's white, and we don't want to do that, so we're gonna try to find thing that is part of on certain things. Shift clicking with this fuzzy select tool. Follow techniques you pick up if you want to do. At least if you get one thing out of this video, is you get visual art techniques. I don't shade my character. I could, but just use got all the little areas in the background, and we can always check that. I'm gonna use a right now. Right now, because I'll be using the airbrush, but I want to see for this one, it's like check if I have background, which it does. So blue, and we're going to use a first. I'm going to start with gradient. Gradient, good cheap shortcuts. Make things look good. Crazy with them. And automatically, will just look. GIMP's gradients are great. I use them like a lot. Easy. It's basically just it automatically just makes the color go from one color to the next in a gradient. Basically, that's what a gradient is. And we're not. Even that does look. That looks fine just now, but we're not cheap out there. So clicked out. That's okay. We can press right click back into this. Tell you what. click off just to see how that looks. Oh, I did miss. Works for what we're doing here. Usually this is a small area. I just like press one paint bucket and there you go. You won't notice, but you probably do because you stuff for this picture painting. Painting, not painting. Our piece for now. So save this. But first, I like to save everything on crop. I do later or something else, maybe possibly have that. I'm going to have to crop it a little bit to make it look like it will fit better on the page. I would like to have the whole picture here, but it just right on that on most things. So take the eraser tool here. Do is we're gonna on the ends. We're gonna shave off a bit of the bit so it kind of becomes part of the page when we put it into the book. That way it looks better. But you see around the corners a bit, and there you go, pretty basic there. Now that's the final page. And that is one page complete. How long did that take? Out of curiosity. Oh, yeah, 10. Earlier. I'm gonna do that with my more simple than background. Focus was, oh, we're gonna have to make a cake here. The character's head, and here's the cake. Background elements there make the scene look more fleshed out, and then we get a nice, fully basic, and then just add in details. Page I really like. And then fix up these lines now. My arm gets a little tired, and Why is one of my favorites? Is this side character? Not Coco. I messed up when I was in outline for this, and it works. Some of them are just like little hidden little secrets, like putting stuff like I'll add stuff too. My first Oreo and Super Elvis pack of candy cane monsters, which I did reference more outright earlier in this book. Live stream. Fancy sequence, by the way, it doesn't actually happen. There's I don't need to work on some of these images as much. Also, give them the title, like they head up, find. I can't think of that top of my head, but same letter as Christmas. So the word for that can't on my head. Perfect time to comment it to make me on too. So get 3 pages out there. Some of them didn't gonna be looks like it's gonna be a fat little fat. Anyone comes in and need explanation. Book about it's really just about Christmas. By the fact I'm drawing a lot of Christmas stuff, I'm actually really not into that really happens every year now. Like I get really into Halloween and I just kind of like ugh. Burn. Sucks. The fact that my life isn't going. In fact, if I was a kid, I'd be pretty happy with the crap I have. It just taking control of my mood and anxiety is the worst thing ever. Oh, one of those things like, man, my kid self, I would like, man, my kid self will love what I have here. It's like, man, my adult self, like, man, I wish I was back. My kid body, if this is some, you get not, but I feel like when I get more knowledge, the more like cursed it is. Oh God, I gotta think so much of this crap. The world's terrible right now, and oh my god, the world was always like terrible. People have just been kind of like learning about it, can't stop. Ugh, I don't know, weird. Part of me, it's Orlando Bloom girlfriend like dress up like Katy or in space like this year. Like what the hell was that about? Not that I care about that. I just saw it on Reddit. Redder an insult. I know what the insult is about. You know. All my news. All my news. I do like red though. Great. And, community and fan news, but watch Fox News for my news. Just kidding. I'd actually have a like grandfather, I guess. Kentucky. Yeah. Look Kentucky. Oh, I dox them. Giant city in Kentucky. State capital. Oh my god, you're gonna find them. Just kidding. Watches Fox News. Apparently 24/7. Yeah, that's the definition of hell. If I'm not joking, it's the guy who just sits on his chair and only watches Fox News. Grandma here in my state just watches ABC News and MeTV. It's always MeTV. Make up searching off these old people because they're watching TV. But same show. They play the same show on there. Like I know there's a bunch of older TV shows, but they play like the same like 4 to 3 shows on there. Like, geez, they not even the good ones. They look like the crappy ones. Where the hell's the Twilight Zone? Where the hell is that? Where's the Monsters? Where's the Addams Family? Where's Lilo Lucy? You don't see that stuff. That's actually good old shows. Beverly Hillbillies. That's a good older show. They don't play that crap. They play They play like Gunsmoke 24/7. Like what the hell? And build House on the Prairie and sleep with Waltons. I hate the fucking Waltons. I digress. I think this sketch part here is fine, and we can just keep on coloring. We haven't really have a lot to edit here. I I am working on. I want to go back to doing some review videos. The motivation is hard. I sit there like, okay, I have ideas for videos, and actually be able to talk. Like I can at a certain point, hey, and then I was like, oh crap, I did all this crap. Now I was like, sit there like, oh, I had a motivation. No, I don't. Really want. It's one of the worst feelings, personally, to me. I used to just do it like nonstop. Not even that long ago. Like I don't even know. Like from like late 2023 to like game this year, I was just doing it nonstop. But I felt the quality was lacking a little bit, and I wanted to have higher quality videos. And then the YouTube algorithm got messed up, so I'm kind of lost motivation to do videos. I mean, I've been doing book stuff since then, and I really want to focus on that because I feel more. I do talk, but I feel like I'm better expressing myself. Art. Anyway, on to the. Oh, it's lagging. This happens sometimes. You use the bucket. Oh, or bucket. Hey, he just made him. He just made a mess. He's eating peppermint cake. That's what. I wrote peppermint cake, and I figure out what the heck. Get out. What you see is what you get. Crap. Last time I watched live TV, like actually went out to do it. Like I honestly can't remember. A kid, I would like watch like Cartoon Network. That's about it. And you remember the channel numbers, those 27 and 78. I forget which one was which. Back in the day, when I was 7, That's when I discovered what YouTube was, and that was great. And then and then it's kind of never like I don't watch live TV, and I do weird shit. Like I watch VHS tapes and stuff like that, like because you can watch it where the hell you want. So finding it on streaming, especially if it's a movie I like. I have a setup right here. If I wanted to, I could watch a VHS tape on my DVD. It's a DVD player too. You know they're trying to make streaming service live TV by having ads on there. I see YouTube. If when I'm not on my computer, trying to get. I have like I'm not really an ad block. Ooh, oh my god, ad block. But fine. But yeah, yeah, I hate when you use ad block. But YouTube, I don't like a crap ton of ads now. Oh, what it is, you've seen the ad things. I know I have ads on my videos, but money. I don't make a lot of money on YouTube, just to let you know. I barely make anything, but it's enough. Not really enough. I have a job. I would like to make this my job. Not really the YouTube stuff. I kind of always wanted to do that on YouTube. Since how old I am. I would say, oh, that makes me pretty young, but then I see these people on YouTube who are like younger than me. Thousands cultures like nostalgic. I was like, what the hell? Am I getting old? Yeah, that's a weird realization. But hey, married. Yeah, I'm married. I'm not even joking. I actually got married like a couple 2 weeks. We're gonna use a different. Okay, a great job, but an okay job getting these candy canes on here. I'm trying to do a throw on so many candy canes in one book. Or so than I've done my entire life. Yeah, this one I was actually happy I was able to get in the right perspective there. The little portions of perspective are a little tricky dickies I like to call it. I'm real happy that I just got that earlier in the day. I might do it more, not just art, but like in just in general. If you enjoy this, let me know. They should do something. But sometimes I have problems with doing art stuff on focus. Oh, that's good. Art day, but you know I have a nice live TV. I used to watch live TV back. Not really. Watch a TV show. My parents once. They don't watch live TV. We watch DVR. Hey, brothers, so the young people watches live TV. If you really to watch live TV, watch football and other sports stuff, and that's accurate. Yeah, I don't know who the hell's even in anyone's in here at all. But or like I said, let me know. What is live TV? Watch live TV. Like, what do you even watch? Is it really just sports? What's the point? I don't even really like stream services that much because playing and they can buffer and lag. They don't have everything. That's why I prefer to own stuff because even the Blu-rays are really high quality. theaters, you really like a movie, you can worry about it going away. So companies don't like that. They want to upcharge you for stuff. But me personally, I'd figure out certain colors from other aspects of this. So colors reference for, so I want to pull that out real quick. About this character, I forgot that she has leaves. We can eat. I will be back in a second. I got a phone call that anyone's on here. Hello. Ugh. And I'm back. All zero of you. So I said, this is the one thing I was testing to see if anyone's watching. Like, see, I would have been worried about it if I didn't get like a one comment. I'm really beat. I know. Some of these things, additional details, you can just add in later if you forget. Important thing are these leaves. Back in the day, you used Windows Movie Maker to not bad of an editing. Uh, Having special editing software, I have a lot of problems like most. Currently, I use Canva just because it's easy. I can just really easily transfer it between stuff like that, and it's free. But the only problem I have, well, I mean, I have a couple of problems. The main problem I have is that it. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. It has a 30-minute video limit, which is another little limitation. Videos which are actually really easy to make on Movie Maker back in the day aren't really so easy to do on that Canva, which is a little the worst thing I was doing. But like if I want to do stuff like that, like oh god, I gotta do that and that and that. Transfer things from my laptop and stuff like that over. I do have DaVinci Resolve, but I find the program to incredibly slow and kind of cumbersome. I'm not really good at. I don't great at editing, to be honest. I can. The Canva just makes it easy, and I've had so much problems with editing software. And honestly, the easiest one to use was Movie Maker back in the day for certain things. There's some things in Movie Maker that doesn't look too. Character, except this is a her to that we're going to first. Actually, I have a better idea. I gotta think so. Works. Hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate. Was the first Christmas reviews I did. I remember the video I did. That was hilarious. Cameron Saving Christmas. A awful movie. That sucks. I made a video. Don't watch this movie. My brother saw that review and decided I'm gonna watch this movie because of it. That movie's so bad. Don't watch Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas. Watch my review though. It's hilarious. You're wrong. All the whole swaddling cloth. Because I might get interrupted. What's going on for a good amount, and for an additional video, I can speed up something. I'm not gonna do the third one on. I have other things I like to do, and stuff like that. Really, because I do that. Yeah, like, I mean, getting a little delayed trying to focus on that. I feel like this would be better if we to do a gaming one, which I might do. I'm not sure what I'm gonna play, but I do have a lot of little stuff in that. But once I'm done this, I'm not gonna do the third image unless, like I said, I get like a bunch of people come in randomly and be like, "Yeah, do it, do it." And then that's a little different. But currently, right now, I do have a. There's the tab. I'm going to our tab and looking up a reference photo for this Jello mold here. Alright, just to see what exactly it looks like. This is a, yeah, I put a little reference here to, I have some little references to stuff in here, but one of the references I have is this Jello mold right in the corner here on this table is a reference to one of my favorite, one of my favorite movies slash and favorite Christmas movie, Christmas Vacation. For Aunt Bethany, she brought Jello mold, which is always this one food dessert thing that your relatives who great cooking will bring, or senile Aunt Bethany was brought Jello mold, which had a that catnip in it. It's hilarious. If you want made it with like Lucky Charms, that's what it looks like. But here, it's catnip. Catnip, sorry, it's so that movie's so funny. And I think these are potato chips based on what it looks like. We're gonna have a nice but clicked on. That's the worst thing, because it lags a little. Uh, and background, I'll actually have this but this flooring here is the same as this other area. Actually, I want to get a little. Again. Bow here. I have another book and actually have it already in this book, but it's looked off a bit. So I can use it. So I'll be using my previous. Doesn't look as good. It looked good when I first did it, but now it doesn't look as good as this one for obvious reasons. Color that in here for all you watch. The Bethany character's classic. She only comes near the end. The actress was a flapper, I think, back in the day. Same time she did Christmas Vacation, she was also in another film as a completely different effect as Betty Boop, because that is the original voice actress for Betty Boop. Believe it. That funny squeaking sound. Oh, did I blink when? Yeah, that's Betty Boop. I'm not joking. The original, she did the voice until her death. It's one of those actors. A lot of them do that though. They try to. Some of them can do it, some of them can't. I would say that's. Usually I would say that's it, but now we're going to go into background coloring, which I did this a little earlier, but this time I actually get to showcase what I usually do. Take color, you just take a light version of it. I try to go back so it doesn't get, because it might get too dark. Accordingly, make it look like a little texture. I like to do that for the backgrounds, but not the characters. That's just way. I don't know. It really depends on what's going on and for that certain thing. The background detail, there's going to be a little. I did a little too much there. I'm gonna redo that. See how it looks with just that little detail. It's get too dark in one area. See, that's what happens sometimes. Characters. But I kind of have this crosshatch style. Makes the I thought make the background and separate. I think the main reason I do it is to make the character in the background. Not great, but it's fine. Alright, so one of the last things I will be done. I think we are done here. Uncropped. Good. Just for a while, but I made some progress. Video out of it. Probably more people are rewatching this. Comments are great for me. I know one person commented they wanted me to do spawn up ranking, which I am. Anyway, spawn up ranking, which I am trying on. Patience there, please. I would like to get done. They do more live streams, especially if I can work for the channel. Let me know what you like about my channel, because I do a lot of different things. Like I said, I prefer to make stuff just about my books, but getting review things, anything like that, let me know. Preferably stuff that's be easier to do. Like I said, I'm working on the SpongeBob one, but that one is taking a little bit more time. Like I said, I little busy schedule where I have to work with people, and then I have weird mood swings, so I do a lot of things earlier in the day, and I kind of crash out later in the day. So I'm trying to do this now. This was fun. I'm actually glad I got good work done here. Well, usually don't do it. Like, well, I'm satisfied. We got 2 pages done, slower than I usually would have done. So here's. And just for you guys who came out, you get to see. Nope, that's the. You get here. You go. Page and here. I was, but here it is. Here's like, which has some eye. I gotta fix the eyes here, but that is okay. Thank you for watching, and I'm rambling on, so I might as well get going because, like I said, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, and or if you're watching this far in the video, I'm a growing YouTuber. You know what you want me to do? I can do a lot of crap. So yeah, let me know. I can sell my soul for you guys. I don't believe in souls. Brain is your soul.